Hello everyone. Hope you will be fine and in the high state of Iman and health from Mentor English. Welcome back and hope you definitely enjoying your summer vacations and after some important meetings, after some important training sessions and some important issues, I was very far from my Mentor English and Mentor Urdu and Jamia Darul Shaykhul Islam. So, but I'm back, and today the topic, uh, which is correlating, especially for the literature and linguistics students, particularly, and very particularly for the students of BS and the teachers, particularly, they are teaching in some franchised or some Baconian type institute where the English pronunciation is particularly varied and particularly recognized. So the topic is that American and British vowels. The topic is American and British vowels. The topic is American and British vowels. We need to discuss briefly about the difference between American and British vowels here. We need to discuss briefly about the difference between American and British vowels here. Many of the American vowels are essentially different than those of British, and that is why it is a different accent of English. Compare standard American newscaster English known as SAN with British English as spoken by BBC newscaster, also known as the RP accent. When you carefully listen to the American vowels such as I, E, A, or A, for example, as in words heed, hide, had, had, spoken by a native speaker of American English, these vowels sound as if they differ by a series of equal steps. Even some Eastern American speakers would make a distinct, let me repeat it. Even some Eastern American speakers would make a distinct diphthong in heat so that their I sound really like a glide. Diphthongs starting from almost the same vowel as that in head. Similarly, the back vowels also vary considerably in both form of English. For example, many Californians, the people from California, the person from California, many Californians do not distinguish between the vowels in words father and author. Moreover, the vowels u, as in good, and food, also vary considerably as they have a very unrounded vowel in good and a rounded but central vowel in food. Food, good, a little bit good, food. There is the particularly talking about these two particular words. In short, American, American English in many ways, distinct from the British English. And as the student of phonetics and phonology, we should try to explore these differences. It is only about American English. There are many other varieties which have vowels, vowels different from British English. One aspect of this variation is the emergence of the word Englishes. The word Englishes, as today we have more varieties of English than before. Accent variation is certainly one of the major reasons for these dialects and accents of English language. Uh, rhotic vowels, rhotic vowels. This term, rhotic vowels. we are going to discuss particularly the idea through rhotic vowels, that what are the differences by the Americans and what are the differences by the British. And dear students, especially the teachers of grade 3 till grade 6th, I have give you the detail pattern of this particular topic on Afaq Sun series, Afaq Iqbal series, Minhaj Grammar series, Laurel Home series, Tifli series, and East English series, and also discuss in the Oxford lectures of for grade 4th. We have in detail discussed that what are the differences between the American and the British vowels, and how we differentiate them according to the standardized English. And for example, monophthongs, how monophthongs are particularly different from diphthongs, or what are the differentiation between triphthongs and monophthongs. And that is particularly the final the particularly final example is that rhotic vowels, and let me repeat it again. Rhotic vowels, this term is used to describe some varieties of English. For example, American pronunciation, in which the r phoneme is found. Let me repeat the last sentence. Okay, I'll give it to you. It is only about American English. There are many other varieties which have vowels different from British English. One aspect of this variation is emergence of word Englishes, as today we have more varieties of English than before. Accent variation is certainly one of the major reasons for these dialects and accent of English language. For example, if you put the if you cut the E of English and give the first two or three alphabets of any country, so it would be the English of that. For example, Pakistan, so use the P instead of P and I, so it will be Pinglish. And same as the English of Singaporean will be Singlish, the English of Malaysian will be Minglish, the English of Nepalian will be Ninglish, and the English of Nigerian will be also Ninglish. And any other example, for example any country from A, or any country from yeah, if a particular part of Russia is using the English, so it will be Ringlish. So these are Minglish, Singlish, Pinglish, Ringlish, and Ninglish, same as these are being called Englishes. Okay, I hope you will definitely fetch the idea. So rhotic vowels, this particular term, rhotic vowels, this term is used to describe some varieties of English. For example, American pronunciation, in which the R phoneme is found in all its phonological context. Remember that in the BBC accent of English, R is only found before vowels, as in red, around, but never before consonant or before a pause. In rhotic, for example, some American accents, on the other hand, or may occur before consonant, as in cart, and before a pause, as in car. While the BBC accent is not rhotic, many accents of many accent of British isles are rhotic, including mostly spoken in the south and west of England, much of Wales, and all of Scotland and Ireland. Similarly, most speakers of American English speak with a rhotic accent, but there are non-rhotic areas, including the Boston area, lower class, New York, and depth and south and deep south and deep south. So I hope that you will definitely merge the idea. So how American vowels are particularly different from British vowels. So we will. I'm back to regular, and I'm regularized, and I'm regulating myself more for the Mentor English, for Mentor Urdu, and Jame Darulum Sheikhul Islam, and also Madibauddin TV and Falia TV 1. So let me go now and say with me, do something more for, but I would like to request you that must subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let me go now and say with me, do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. Have a good day.